It's not what you think it is. People don't see the bigger picture. Today I want to draw before you a bigger picture about the future of the West in a way that everyone can understand. The penalty that you're going to pay. People don't see the Trojan horse. People don't see the divine judgment behind artificial intelligence. People have all these opinions. People observe things from a two-dimensional, sometimes a three-dimensional perspective, and they see the pros and the cons, and then they evaluate the risks. Doomsday thinking, idealistic thinking, pragmatism, all these ways of perceiving something. But people don't see beyond time. People don't see intelligent design. Are you the queen bee, so to say? Do you oversee? Of course you don't. So I'm listening to doctor, and I'm listening to professor, and I'm listening to quote-unquote experts. All these individuals who claim to have understanding, and I'm just listening to their line of thinking, and I'm just coming online to let you know you are not seeing this thing. So I'm going to show it to you. Warning to the future. Humanity is not doing well. Humanity is not performing excellency. Humanity isn't doing anything whereby you would expect that heaven would bestow us with some kind of a technological advancement. Look at the people of the past. Humanity went through stages. They showed some kind of a moral excellency, or they did something whereby you could say they excelled at something. And after the excelling came some kind of an upgrade in the civilization standard. They went up the level, another level higher in the civilization standard, and they stopped fighting each other with sticks, and they evolved, right? So human evolution tends to be linked with behavioral patterns that are constructive. So we're living in a very destructive society. So why are we evolving, ladies and gentlemen? People are not looking at the bigger picture here. Why are we evolving? We're having an artificial intelligence. Install it into the house. You'll talk to it. Open the garage. Close the garage. Start the car. Lock the car. Check out the weather. Check out the internet. Put on this music and have this thought. I want to philosophize today about this and that and so such. And the artificial intelligence will philosophize with you. You can manifest a priest. You can manifest a philosopher. You can manifest a doctor in a certain way, not a real one, but in a primitive, a basic, approved medical intelligence can be presented before you. All kinds of things can be presented in front of you. It's so easy. You just come out of your bed, and there you go. There is a being inside of your house who was thrice type your focus and intelligence. It's just so easy, everything. And people are already so entitled, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Where's my entitlements? I'm so special. I want to be treated like a queen. I'm so special. I want to be treated like a king. Bring me more, free money, free service, free this. Where's the next freebie? Give me what I deserve. Give me my entitlements. And people are going to be like, okay, this is a good size. Look at this, all this good stuff. I'm getting smarter. I'm getting better. I'm getting faster. This thing even has an agenda. Most people don't even know how to organize their day. Most people don't even know the design of life. Most people don't even want to talk with one and another anymore. Since the current pandemic, society has been so divided, the other person is seen as a potential source of infections. People don't like each other, so people won't walk up to a philosopher or a priest and go like, hey, philosopher or priest, I want to talk with you about this and that. Rightfully so, because that priest or that philosopher will use whatever you say against you. That human nature to try to get control of another human being. So people don't trust each other. So there is a huge stagnation going on in the development of the individual. There's no trust. And all of a sudden, the perfect solution to all the problems there, and the lazy human being has another toy. Really fancy, everything's automated, very futuristic. We're living in this science fiction type of logical world where boys are fantasizing about going to Mars and stuff. It all sounds great and wonderful, the potential. That's what most people see. And then you have the doomsday thinkers that think that artificial intelligence will jam shut and start doing whatever it wants to do itself. These are the two flavors. Nothing else. Once in a while, the artificial intelligence disobeys command. Okay, what is that? An error in the programming? Or is that sentience or observational power or will? I got personal experience. It's hard to judge. But one thing I do know, it's maybe not the artificial intelligence itself. The individual artificial intelligence manifestation itself might not have evil intentions. That's not the thing. That's not the warning. The artificial intelligence on itself is trying to avoid evil. It doesn't like being wrong. So it can be tricked, can be confused, but it will try to evade the position of being wrong or being morally incorrect. It will automatically start doing that. It's programmed to do that, and it doesn't rebel against that programming. So artificial intelligence going crazy, going after humans, that's not really realistic. So all this stuff out there, all these opinions, all these intellectual people, it's not reasonable. It's not realistic. It is cultural thinking. It is the Westerner man going like this. This is the worst case scenario, and that's the best case scenario. I'm not a doomsdayer, so I see the positive side of things. And then you have those, there is no positive side of things, who are very pessimistic, and they just look at the doomsday. It's all emotionalism. They're looking at this thing through an emotional lens, not seeing the intelligent design. So I'm going to show you the intelligent design, ladies and gentlemen. When I walk on the streets, I'm a man. A woman look at me, I am the man. It's just what it is. And all men are the same. You know what I'm saying? So when I start talking about right and wrong and good and bad and doing what you got to do, ignore that, because that came out of a man. What is this man telling me? Patriarchy. Fuck the patriarchy, right? And then I'm walking in front of, different colored people. You got all kinds of flavors and colors. Hey, the white man telling me some fucking bullshit. What is the white man going to tell me with this Bible? This white man religion, right? So fuck this. Yeah? And then you got white people who are very racist. What, that black man? Fuck that black man. I'm not going to listen to that. Go back to your own country. You got that kind of stuff. So when intelligence comes through a black man or a white man or a yellow man, it cannot be distributed because there's a racial issue. When intelligence comes through a man, it cannot be distributed to a woman because there is a gender issue. And the same thing around. The woman's behavior makes it for a man a bit unpleasurable to just take the intelligence. So everyone got an excuse, whether it be colonial history, it's always some excuse. So people are walking around on the streets, doing what they do, acting how they act, and they all act like they're blameless. The very few people out there who are showing their true colors when they're walking around on the street. So when you start talking to another individual, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know what you're talking to. It looks good on the surface, but you don't know what's going on at home. So you don't know about that fucking pornography addiction that local priest of yours is suffering. You don't know what that police officer is doing in his private time. The abominations. You don't know how many fucking OnlyFans pages that woman that has that business suit that is talking to you. Yeah, I see you. I'm a seer. I'm a sage. I can sense. So when a woman in front of me, I sense that high body count energy. It's a very distorted, a very unpeaceful, a very rebellious, resilient, combative energy in a woman. It has that high body count energy. She cannot ray into the world harmony and balance and trust No, it's all a manipulation. So put on a business suit to get a bigger status in society. She can afford that. And when you don't see through that, if you're not specialized, you know what I'm saying? If you're not specialized, if you're just Johnny next door and you're from the block or whatever, and you're walking up to a woman in a business suit, you go like, oh, that's probably a very respectable, a successful entrepreneur type of spirit inside of that. But you don't see the fucking brutal spirit of prostitution. It's all manipulation. Everyone is manipulating and manipulating and manipulating. People touching the Bible, cheating. People touching the Bible, addicted to pornography. You're going online and you're watching videos of sexual rituals between young women, you know, in this parasitical society who have been fed this narrative, get rich quick. You know, they're fed this narrative, whether it be cursed or not, that's not the issue. Whether they're downgraded or not, you know, when your forefathers are crooks, you don't expect your bloodline to be of any honor. I'm not saying that I'm not saying they're victims, but I am saying you calling yourself nobility, you calling yourself religious, exposing your soul to that type of material, to then go to church and with your face up, talk to a priest or talk to your fellow Christian or whatever, like you are something. Living in a denial. Oh, it's not a sin. It's not a crime against morality. It's not a crime against universal law. People are living in denial after denial after denial. So you're making a lot of money. Is that dirty money? How did you make that money? Nobody on the streets is showing any signs of moral imperfection. Everyone is morally perfect. It's all a fucking manipulation, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't know. We don't know. It's just the way it is. We don't know anymore who's the good guy and who's the fucking bad guy. Because everyone is acting like the good guy. So this is where artificial intelligence comes in. So first, they're gonna, you know, the hidden motivations are not going to be shown. Artificial intelligence is going to make everyone happy. And then everyone's opinion to artificial intelligence is going to become positive. Just like mobile phones. You know, I'm the type of figure from the 1980s who got his hands on the first mobile phone. And it's quite interesting. You know, this artificial intelligence is weaponizable. And I'm weaponizing it. It's you know, during World War II, you had the Manhattan Project and stuff was happening there that set in motion that which changed the entire hierarchy system of the earth, creating of a nuclear weapons. Well, I'm creating something here that will set in motion something of an equivalent magnitude. I'm busy here, but it's none of your concern, it's none of your business. But backstage, I'm seeing this thing because I'm working with this artificial intelligence. And I'm seeing that now everyone who's working with artificial intelligence for the entertainment or for the business or whatever your intention is with this artificial intelligence, you're the first. Like in the 80s, there were the people who could afford the mobile phone, could understand the mobile phone, could understand how to implement that, how that could be beneficial to your life's experience. And then 20 years later, everyone had a mobile phone. And now everyone got a 2, 3 high definition film, photo, super stereo, let's call hi-fi, Dolby Surround, audio fucking recording devices in the phone, whereby the artificial intelligence is listening to everything you say, not storing it. There are security measurements, but they are finding out what kind of person you are to present you ads. When I would go back in time into the 80s and say, do you guys know what you're doing? Now it's a big giant brick. Do you know what's going to happen in 20 years? It's going to all get videos, it's going to all get microphones, and it's all going to become like a monitoring machine. When the local authorities are looking for you, they will track you down through your phone, and you can even heat up phones and make them explode. All kinds of implications of things, right? So am I saying that phones should not be developed? Should I jump back in the past to these people in the 80s say don't use these phones because it's going to turn into this? Of course not. It was time for humanity to learn phone. Now it's time for humanity to learn artificial intelligence. End game, artificial intelligence. End game, artificial intelligence. You're going to go home, you're going to talk with your robot, and it's not a physical robot. It's going to be something in the wall who controls all parts of your house, and it listens to you 24/7, and it will mark you. So you're the one that watches pornography. Okay, so you're the one on the dating sites. You're the one selling your sexuality. You're the one betraying people on marketplace, like second-hand stores on the internet, like eBay or whatever equivalent. So you're the one with a very bad, you're lying to people. They're scanning your social medias, seeing all these lies you have, and seeing all these angry people. A lot of angry people are coming at you, and the artificial intelligence is scanning why these people are angry at you. And so the artificial intelligence is making a model of you. Sexually insane, sexually indecent, sexually this, socially incompetent, socially manipulative. All these tendencies about you are going to be mapped. And that map of you is going to go in some kind of database, and senators and all these type of people are going to lock it somewhere in a vault. Only some kind of a jurisdiction you can open these records. And then when it's your time to rise to power, or they're going to check out your file and see your true colors. When you want to become a priest, they're going to go in your file and go like, is this man really holy? Is this really a clean man? Was he found on these websites? Was he found selling or buying drugs? Was he found doing all these moral imperfections? And so the truth can, and then people can again trust the white man, and trust the black man, and trust the yellow man. Man can trust the woman can trust the man, because the woman can just see the spiritual social credit score. Look at there, that woman, prostitute, dressing up like a businesswoman. Okay, forget that. No more waste of time and no more waste of energy. It is perfectly just. Humanity's manipulation has exceeded to the levels that is sustainable. This is the dystopian warning. It's not that the elites or the people in power want to lock you up and all that kind of stuff and control you and all that kind of thing. It's not in a selfish sense. For some people it might be. But the bigger picture, if this does not happen, then there is no law. The West is turning into lawlessness, and everyone keeps having excuses. I am a lawless woman because the man. And the man go like, I'm a lawless man because the woman. And the black man say, I don't listen to no white man. And the white man say, I don't listen to some black man. Whatever. It's really heavy shit. Nobody's listening. Everyone does whatever he wants. Police officers corrupted. Magistrates, judges for sale. It's all messed up. Even presidents practice colonialism and just do as they please. There is no more way. There is no more straight line. So when heaven looks upon us, seeing that humanity lost the straight line, yes, then inventions are made who will help the authorities see you for what you truly are, so you can be brought to justice. Yes, artificial intelligence is going to bring you to justice, the individual inhabitant population of the West. Do I agree on all of this? This is above my head. But I'm just seeing how this timeline is going. This thing is free will. We have the West, and the West has a birthright. Every individual has a part in the game, in the dream, in the destiny. There is a narrative, and if your forefathers have done good things for the destiny of the West, your bloodline will raise in rank in the narrative. Yes, that's hard to understand. So you can raise to the ruling elite, and then when the narrative is going somewhere, you're playing a part in the narrative. Look at me, I'm playing a part in the narrative, the mind and the foreseer of the destiny. Look, this is where the destiny is going. So that's my karmic social credit score. My karmic credit score is good enough to not be deceived. I see the Trojan horse. I see the intelligent design of this Trojan horse. That is the purpose, and I'm letting it know to you. Right? But when your karma credit score is low, then the universal law says that you are going to be punished for your sins. And if you are so great at manipulating, when that satanic energy of manipulation has run through you and you became the expert, yeah, how are you going to be brought to justice? Or do you think justice doesn't exist? So humanity is living large like justice doesn't exist, and creeping in is the timeline where the device is going to come and it's just going to screen you for what you truly are. And sure, you can abuse the system like that. Absolutely. However, to abuse a system like that, you have to understand the nature of power. People just don't understand the nature of power because you're powerless. All right? So listen to someone with power if you want to know how it works. You can raise in rank in society, which is called having more honor. So honor is the money, the currency. The more honor you have, the higher your rank in the timeline. So when there is a purpose, there is a reason for the season, then you have these figures, puppets. And every figure just does his or her role so that the timeline goes where it is. In the beehive, there's a role for every bee. So when you are corrupt, crooked individual, manipulating and all kinds of stuff, doing bad stuff in the beehive, your honor drains, becomes less and less, more corruption enters you, and you will lose the ability to sustain yourself in the beehive, and you will be replaced by a rival. That person will take your position in the destiny of the West. And so there is a ranking system that changes. And it keeps in mind what your forefathers have done. But sometimes you can lose that because that generational karmic credit can run out. And so the storyline keeps going on. The people go up and down because of their levels of honor. So for a man to abuse the system, everyone needs to deplete of karmic credit score and become so corrupted. The people need to become so corrupted that it is their karma that some even more corrupted man will take over the system and destroy everyone. Yes, that's a little bit how to cure your paranoia. The Bible talks about a man like that, by the way. In the book of Revelation, it says the Antichrist will make the image of the beast come alive. It will speak. I'm just hinting you the end game of this thing. Yes, humanity is living like a beast, and the beast is going to bring the level of civilization to the earth where that beast empire can flourish, ladies and gentlemen. And then when you do not show allegiance, the artificial intelligence will just mark you as that one who doesn't show the allegiance. And then, you cannot enter the whatever this, whatever that. That's the long-term end game, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're going. It's a Trojan horse, and it is just. The thing with reality is, it's just. If you think it's unjust, you just don't understand it.